Mr. Sangram R. Chaudhary, Managing Director of Banas District Cooperative Union, known as Banas Dairy. Sangram has a very illustrious career dedicated to cooperative dairy sector. He is a microbiologist and life sciences graduate, postgraduate with a degree from IRMA from fifth batch. So he's a veteran in this industry. Right after IRMA, he has joined dairy industry and he has several stints, including first as a at a very young age managing director of Banaskanta District Cooperative Union,
I was the
which he
youngest
had in
managing director in the
2010.
cooperative system.
Yeah. And I was very fortunate to work with you to implement TQM in your small dairy. And I'm very happy to see the dairy, which was about 700 crores in 1997-98, is now 15,000 crores. So it has been a great journey under your leadership. This journey took you also to National Dairy Development Board, and you are part of the managing committee, and you are also the executive director of NDDB, taking care of several functions. You have been known for, Changram, I know you, so I can tell something about you, which is known
You
for
know quite
building
a bit about
organization.
me. I know that you. I mean, though we could meet for quite some time for decades, but you are always following me.
Yeah, yeah. So you have been an institutional builder. You are very high focus on total quality management. You are TQM personified.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
also have mind of a scientist and researcher, and you have done significant work in bovine breeding, animal nutrition and innovations, animal husbandry. These are your key interests. Uh, you have been also the managing director of Mother Dairy Delhi uh, for some time, and you are now come back as your second innings as a managing director of Banas Dairy. Uh, you are also on several national bodies, including you are a member of National Advisory Committee of Government of India for Animal Husbandry and Dairying. You are also founder member of Dairy Asia. You have been part of several organizational actions at the advisory capacity or in the board level across dairy sector. So here we have someone who has given his life to dairy and has grown the dairy industry, has been one of the stalwarts and one of the persons who has actually contributed directly to growth of dairy industry in India. So welcome Sangram for this
Thank you for
interview.
this elaborate introduction.
But I always keep telling you, world doesn't know contribution of Banas Dairy to Amul. So can you tell us about your organization and what kind of footprint it has got and what kind of changes it is bringing in the livelihood of poor farmers of Banaskantha district, along with your chairman?
Ravind, this place has been a kind of a milk magic. It's a story of milk magic. You see, this district is a semi-arid atmospheric district having about 15 to 20 inches average rainfall, and water scarce area. But it has been animal husbandry has been there for decades. In 1969, this organization started with very modest 8 villages and 800 liters of milk in 1966. It's a very amazing thing that it has grown to 90 lakh liters of milk per day, 9 million liters of milk per day. And from when I came in 1992, it was about 70 crore of business, which has grown to 15,155 crores of rupees of business, about roughly about $2 billion. This journey has been very remarkable. And I acknowledge what you said, that not many people outside this place know about it. Uh, though it has been, today it is 1/3 of Amul's all products. We manufacture about 300 Amul products, including cheese, ghee, butter, ice cream, many flavored milk, curd, liquid milk, varieties of ice cream, so many things which we do. whey-based drinks, um, the feast drinks in different SKUs, uh, and the world which gets the Amul products, out of all these Amul products, one third, about 35% of all the products are manufactured by Banas Dairy. So Banas Dairy is a major part of GCMF. That's besides the point. 450,000 farm families here have grown from zero milk to 90 lakh liters of milk. In when our founder chairman Galbabai Nanjibai Patel started this, uh, taking a cue from Mehsana Dairy and Amul Dairy as an Operation Flood program. Operation Flood came later on, but it was the Dr. Kurian's efforts that the Amul was started, then the Mehsana and other dairies were started. People were not selling milk. They said selling milk was a taboo, and selling milk was like दूध बेचो पुत्र बेचो. मतलब it was so taboo that you can't sell milk. You can sell. It is akin to selling your children. So they were not selling milk. Today people must know that there are villages which produce more than 50,000 liters of milk every day. So in that village, economy is 100 crore rupees of one village turnover from milk annually. And this is a record in the world. These are world records. I've been humble witness of what has happened here. And I suppose till 1992, we were number 11 in the system of GCMF. And today we are number one, way ahead of anybody. The number two would be one third of us. Number two is one third of us. So we are 3 times bigger than number 10. And in this journey, I think role of the cooperative leaders has also been very important, because the leadership matters. It is so that the grassroots level, we have, that we have 3-tier system where we have the village cooperative societies at the village level. We have 1,500 village cooperative societies in the district. Then we have federal system of milk union, which is called Balaskara District Cooperative Milk Producers Union, federated of the 1,500 societies. And we are the member of the GCMF, which is about 20 milk union, federal system. So this 3-tier system, the village representatives consecutively they came, they contributed immensely to the growth of the this dairy. But more so, the turning point came when we started TQM, which you were, as ISER consultancy, you were a young engineer, you were joined. I was also very young age managing director. And it was an eye-opener system of Japanese. We do owe so much to the Japanese people. I would always lifetimely remember their contribution in opening our eyes to the quality and excellence system. When in 1996, I think first time when we went to Japan, it was way ahead of it. And when I asked the question to Professor Fujito Tadasu, that Professor Tadasu, tell me, what have you done? You 1945, you were finished by the Allied forces, by the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombarding by World War II. And in 1947, we became independent and we were slaves to we had the problems of slavery in the system. How did you become the third largest economy of the world? And the one very remarkable answer was that after the World War, we learned that the human body has limitations, but the human mind does not. And human body cannot see further, cannot lift more than some weight by the hands, cannot hear certain frequencies by ears. And it's a limitation, physical limitation. The mind is powerful enough to think. So thinking processes and knowledge gaining, knowledge-driven system was introduced by ISER, and Ravind was fortunate the part of it, and it opened our eyes, and we started humbly learning the TQM system, where total quality control, total waste elimination, and total employee involvement started. Kaizen and Hoshin and small group activities, quality circles, the techniques which were brought by the ICER consultancy made a great difference in our manufacturing processes. I must recollect the story. People used to tell us that you don't know anything. You don't know how to process butter, how you don't know how to pack for this thing. You must go and see the thing in Kera. Kera was the pioneering Amul system. So when we said, okay, so we started learning. I must tell you that one butter packing machine, which was, we changed the second generation butter packing machine from Sikh to Jaganberg, which we bought, was running at 120 maximum speed capacity. One day, the Amul managing director tells me, "Arey, Sangram, how do you run this 120 packs per minute? We only get 90 packs." So I said, "You should come and see." So one day, the Amul team came after 10 years in some 2005 or so. And he said, you are able to run it at 120. So I felt that Aya un pahad ke niche. It took 10 years for me from crossing the road. Aapko kuch nahi aata hai to you can be some kind of excellence in
Wonderful.
things. So
Wonderful.
it was
So
a
on
very
becoming an
hard work
underdog,
of the
became a
very
performing
hard
strong
work of the
performer.
people, very hard work of the people, and in uh, improving the productivity of machines, in improving productivity of our people, TQM was very pioneering concept, and it has helped. And I think I publicly always acknowledge the contribution of the Japanese people and AOTS, which taught us the techniques and philosophy per se, the Deming philosophy and Dr. Ishikawa systems. I think that was a great thing.
That unlike any industry where you can buy unlimited supply of raw material, we have to depend upon nature and cow and buffaloes to give us the product. And we can't overnight increase the productivity and throughput of an animal. It's a natural growth process.
Hmm.
So your supply is in a way dependent completely on nature. While you are
That's
in
right.
a FMCG market, ever growing, and there are seasonalities of products they require in different regions of different SKUs, different tastes. So, in that situation, can you tell the viewers what are the operational challenges and supply chain challenges you face to meet the demand given the supply limitation or supplies specific constraint in terms of configuration of fat and SNF, so solid but not fat, which can't be
Yeah,
changed.
yeah. See,
So operationally, can you focus on operational part of it?
the fundamental difference between a milk cooperative and any milk private company is that the we are in a business of maximizing the returns to the farmer in the terms that we are in the process of maximizing the price of the raw material. And the one more thing is that we shall not refuse any milk coming from our members. So then what happens? There is some years there is an excess supply, there's some years there is a shortage. So you are absolutely right that the milk is produced in a natural process. So we are dependent on nature's production cycles. So we besides milk commodities like SMP and white butter, which we manufacture, we keep storing that, and but the commodity prices are very fluid. They are dependent on the global situation, and they keep fluctuating. But fortunately for us, Amul being the conglomerate marketing, value addition in retail products has been a great help. So we have been able to tide over the situation where there is a very great surplus of fat SNF. We build our stocks with conserving fat in our cold stores and SMP, and then keep it for the next year. It's possible to reconstitute milk from reconstitute products from SMP and butter also. So that we have fine-tuned over a period of time, and that's why Amul continuously keeps innovating products. We were not in cheese, we were not in ice cream, we came into milk, ice cream. Banas is very different in the sense that our present chairman has a new concept of lateral and horizontal and vertical expansion. Why milk only? He says, milk we are good. Why can't we do other things? So we have ventured into potato, we have ventured into oil, we are going into pomegranate. We will be doing, we are in honey. We are one of the largest honey collector and honey
Honey. Okay.
processing factory of the country, and we are the largest honey brand in terms of Amul honey, and we guarantee that our honey is pure, and it passes through all the international and national quality standards. So we, for your information, we have a kind of a dream to become carbon neutral by, if not carbon neutral, carbon less carbon dependent by 3032. And we have a dairy sustainability framework program where we talk about, see, one of the great worry for me is how to keep the next generation into milk dairying. Because if this generation goes out and the farms start closing, then it would be a big problem. So bringing new
It will be
technologies,
hunger in the country.
pardon?
It will be hunger in the country.
I think one day I was telling somebody that we should be very thankful to our bovine friends, cows and buffaloes, that they're giving so much of 210 million metric ton of milk annually, so that our food sufficiency is there. Otherwise we would have been starving,
Correct. Correct.
absolutely starving, and we would
Absolutely.
feed our people. So it's a great help from our bovine friends, and we don't recognize their contribution in terms of our food system. I think India is proud to be the world's largest milk producer, and the credit goes to these animals. So we call them animals, but they are friends to us. So uh,
Interesting.
so what I was saying, that the Banas is the Banas is the first pilot in converting cow dung into methane system and running the automobile. Today, every day we produce about 800 kgs of liquid compressed methane and run the automobiles. About 100 vehicles come every day to our pump, and they take the methane. And on the other side, we take organic manure back to the farmers. So there is no loss. Like organic matter is very important for soil conservation. So the organic matter goes back to the soil. You must have heard that, we were the Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev was here in May, and we have this Safe Soil mission with us. So we are part of Safe Soil mission. We want to rejuvenate our soil, keep it fertile. We want to also, we are very conscious. The chairman is driving a mission of planting 10 million trees every year. Shankarbai Chaudhary is very passionate about environmental conservation. And with Prime Minister's call, we have made 75 ponds this year. Last year, we made about 65 ponds. So we are bringing back the water conservation system, water percolation system, and nature-based agriculture and nature-based dairying, where we have a sustainable dairy. Dairy sustainability is going to be our focus. Ravind, the Banas is unique in the sense that we're saying we also do milk, but our work is harvesting happiness. This is what we want to do. The society must profit. The society must transform, and not only transform in terms of economic gains. It must transform in harmony and happiness in the society. This is the dream which the new chairman, I think I publicly acknowledge that he's a kind of a think tank person who has been driving our leadership. and his dream is to make Banaskantha as a model district in the country and a kind of model for the world to emulate, where a climatic cycle can be handled. So it's a great dream, and the great leadership should always have a great dream. Then making it reality is the roadmap.
Very good. I think you are actually creating a true sustainable supply chain, which is basically starting from human being as a farmer, going to animal to human being again, as the manufacturer and producer, and then going to consumer for consumption, and the entire cycle is getting covered. Uh, Sangram, while you have talked about your size today, what about your footprint? How are you actually? Amul is a national organization supplying across the country. I always believed that it is only Gujarat based, but that is not so. So, can you talk about what kind of footprints you have today and what kind of
Ah,
footprints you would like to have in future to
in
meet
fact,
the demand?
outside Gujarat is a very large footprint, in the sense that, 2016 we started with our Faridabad factory, which is about 1.5 million liters plant. We have about 5 million, 500,000 liter plant in Kanpur. We have Lucknow, about 7.5 lakh liters of plant, where we manufacture all the Amul products. And we are putting up 500 crore facility in Varanasi. Besides that, we have third party, about 30 odd location across the country where we are operating. We are collecting about 4 lakh liters of milk from UP farmers, where our presence is about 3,000 villages. We are in Orissa, we have just started. In Jharkhand, we are just starting. In Andhra, we are there as procurement system along with the Andhra government. So Banas Dairy is not limited to Banaskantha district. It is a national dairy. It's a national dairy in all terms. That we are there in almost North India. We are in Rajasthan, where we are collecting about 3 lakh liters of milk every day, and we are there in about 1,000 villages in Rajasthan. So we are a national dairy, but I know that people don't know that we are a national dairy. Uh, and But one thing is,
That's because you are very humble. You are very humble.
you see, historically what has happened is that the brand has dominated us, and we remained as a kind of a manufacturing facilities. So the brand was kind of projected that this is a brand. So collective brand has dominated us. But if today, I mean, people should know that there is a magic experiment has happened in this place. We have invested about 3,500 crore rupees in over a period of last 10 15 years, and our net worth has grown from 700 800 crore to 4,000 crore in over a period of last 7 8 years. So it's a remarkable journey. Today we are a cash rich uh, company. We If we don't want to borrow, we don't borrow. Or it's another thing that we borrow because we want to take certain balancing our balance sheets. We do borrow, but if we don't want to borrow, we are sufficient with money, and our expansions are fully internally generated, fund driven. So today, if we have to invest 1,000 crore into non-min milk industry, which we are going to do in potato, we have just invested about 150 crores last year. You know that we have built a 30 lakh liter facility, one place in 18 months, completely on our own. Our own project team has made it. 30 lakh liters facility, first time in India. Nobody made a 30 lakh liters of milk facility one go. So in Sanadar, we will be building another plant in Bagpat. We have already ventured into Umang. Umang is our retail system, where we are saying, okay, reverse supply chain. We have a network, we have farmers, we have consumers, we have village societies. Why not leverage them as our own outlets? So Umang is taking producer to the consumer concept, removing certain layers of intermediaries. and in the process benefiting everybody. It's a win-win situation. So we are
So
now.
how many such stores you are planning to open?
Pardon?
How many such how many such stores you are planning to
Last
open
month
in
we have done
Banaskantha district?
four outlets in the district. Our over a period of next 2 3 years, we want to do 1,000 outlets. So we shall be not
Oh
limited.
my goodness.
We should not be limited to Kanta. We should be going to Rajasthan. We should be going to anywhere where there are consumers. We have a leverage. We have a strength. We have connect to the people. We have connect to the rural agrarian people. Why not provide them affordable quality goods at their doorstep? And we will be also going e-commerce, so that anybody can take our goods and services. Besides that, I think I must tell you that Banas Dairy is
Very
embarking on a major breeding program. See, one of the India's problem is that India is the largest milk producer, but then India is the largest bovine holding numbers. So per capita, per animal production is one of the lowest in the world. So what we have to do, I just last week I was in Brazil along with my chairman and the board, and we were very surprised to see that the cows which were taken from our country for 5 7 liters milk, they over a period of time they have bred them to become 40 liter and 50 liter cows, and they are our cows. Kankre, Gir, Tarparkar, Red Sindhi, everything. So we are bringing them back in terms of jump class, and we are going to breed them for our own people and make our cows more capable of giving milk. So improving productivity of cattle is a challenge which we have already taken. Second thing is keeping the next generation into the dairying is a large challenge. It's a national challenge. It's not only Banaskantha's challenge. Everybody, if this country has to continue to be food sufficient, if this country has to remain the world leader in the milk production, then it has to think of how to keep the next generation into dairy farming. For that, we have to introduce new mechanization of farms. We have to introduce new processes, new technology, science, digital-based systems of monitoring milk production, productivity, and disease profile. We have a very strong. I think it's the largest. One district has about 300 odd veterinarians and about 1,500 paravets. No district in the country, nobody in the world keeps this kind of a qualified manpower for the veterinary services. Today, if the
Even the government doesn't keep. Even the
even
government
now
doesn't keep this kind of
government
people.
doesn't.
So Sangram, one thing which, as a supply chain person, and as a person who believes in strong digitization needs, that is the future in today's age, because we are living in a digital age. Uh, can you talk about what are your plans of technology upgradation, be it manufacturing technology, be it breeding technology, be it information technology, be it digital technology? How are you preparing your organization, which is coming from a small district which doesn't have too much of exposure, doesn't have too much of industry? And in that situation, building a world class organization which competes with the best in the world in terms of all technologies, how are you preparing? And I know the challenges you are surmounting in front of you, but what are your plans to prepare your organization for this journey, keeping the current digital age in mind?
One of the best thing which has happened is best. Uh, you have been part of best. Best is Banas Excellence System of Transport.
Nobody knows what is best. Yeah, please repeat. Please repeat that. I
One of
interrupted
the
you. Please
best thing
repeat.
which
What
has
is best?
happened is the best itself. BEST. Best is the Banas Excellence System of Transformation, and you've been part of it. Uh, One of the leadership concept with us is that we are a learning organization. We are a thinking organization, and training is a very, very important part of our philosophy. So continuously over a period of 25 years, the transformation has continued in terms of starting from the TQM to building the excellence, business excellence in various processes and technology. There are three types of technology. One is the core manufacturing technology. We have been very fortunate to take from first generation, which was Dr. Kurian Operation Flood Program technology, where the separators were different. The plate separators were there. Now we have disclosing separators. We have IoT in place. We have MMI, man-machine interfacing in place. Uh, you must have seen. You must come. I think I must invite the Sunil and his team. That if you come and see, there are some of the plants are almost 90%, 95%, 99% imported plants. So our cheese manufacturing is as good as anywhere in the world. If you go in Europe, America, Australia, New Zealand, the same cheese factory would be there. The factory which we have put up for the potato processing from Netherlands is the factory where everywhere is there in the world, this factory. So in being world-class manufacturing facility, we have upgraded our technologies to the third generation technologies. As far as information technology is concerned, we have a system called Amul digital system, where we have connected all the farmers on one platform through AMCS, automatic milk collection systems, where the farmer collects milk, when pours the milk, he gets a SMS in his mobile that today he has poured so much of milk and the price is this and the quality is this. At the plant level, because now we are all India, we have a CCC, computer controlled command system, where we have a GPS installed, and any point of time, Sunilji, we have about 1,000 odd vehicles on the road, more than 1,000 vehicles on the road, carrying milk or milk products, or servicing our people. More than 1,000. I'm just giving an ad hoc figure, but there are more than 1,000 vehicles. So these all are connected with GPS, and we know that where they are going, how they are operating, whether they are off route or not, if there is a driver who's opening the lead or doing some leverage or not. All this is happening. Now what we are thinking is that we have to bring in AI. AI, we have two meanings of AI. One is artificial insemination, which we do for the breeding, improving our cattle. And this AI is the artificial intelligence. So we are saying that we should know, we should bring predictable, there is an APS, advanced process control system in our plant and system, where we should know when our machine is going to perform in what manner, how the process is functioning, whether there is a range bound variation or not in the process parameters, be it moisture, be it fat, be it SNF. So narrowing variations is helping us in the new system, and it is making us more efficient, more competent, more cost savvy in terms of production system. And we are connecting our complete system along with our employees to be paperless by 2025. So we will endeavor to see that there is no paper by 2025, and all the systems will be digital, and the platforms will be completely digital. I must tell you that we have a roadmap in terms of our growth, that by 2025 we should be 25,000 crores turnover, and should be 1 crore 40 lakh, that is 14 million liters of milk coming to Banas Dairy. Milk is not the only thing which we do. We will grow into other businesses also, that with our core competency, where we have agro systems, we are planning to become organic producer of many organic system, where we also will be doing Banas labeling. So we will procure organic produce from the farmers and pack in our factory on Banas or Umang system, and put it to the consumer directly, the organic quality, where less insecticide, less chemical fertilizer has been used, or no chemical fertilizer have been used in the production system. Certified organic will come for the consumers, because nowadays these things matter a lot for consumer markets.
Last question from my side,
G.
impromptu question. It is
Okay.
not in your list.
Okay.
Now that you have decided and you are becoming, your footprint are becoming national, and you are getting into multiple products, the organization is going to be, needs to be very strong. The human capital or human development processes have to be much stronger. So far, Banas Dairy has taken pride in developing local talent.
That's right. You are right.
Almost 98% of, right from you downwards, people are from this district. And it's a matter of pride that people from this district have actually built Asia's largest dairy. And they are very
That's right.
simple people, very nice people, very hardworking people. Going forward, when you are expanding your footprints and you require new competencies, what would you kind of uh, appeal you will make to professionals outside who are perhaps going to listen to and read your interview about how can Banas be a very worthy employer for them?
Yes, you have asked a very important question. You see, when years back when I went to Dr. Kurian to upgrade the G1 Generation 1 technology to the second generation in technology based on MMI and automation automated system, he said, "Where will you get the manpower?" So I said, "We will train ourselves." And I think we have been more or less successful in training the local talent. But you are right that we need to bring in more talent, more knowledge, more skills from outside. So my message is very clear. Dr. Kurian, when I asked him, what do you look into a person? He says, look three things. One is integrity, second is integrity, third is integrity. So though we said that we do not have people who are with the world class talent system, but our system is that we look for integrity. I must tell you that this system gives you great satisfaction for working for the society. Ravind, it reminds me when I passed out from IRMA, I wrote one line into my diary where I said what I am going to do for the life. So I said making people, bringing smiles on the faces of millions of people and raising children who become the most responsible citizen of this country is my mission as a personal mission. I think after 35 years, I feel so proud of myself and my children and my people that this has given us so much of happiness. And you know what matters is happiness only at the end. Uh, we are running a medical college now, and we are providing health services to our people across the district. We are providing telemedicine. We have 200-seat medical college, which we have surrendered all management quota. We said, okay, let the merit come in. And then we provide local producers fee exemption to 50% of that. And every year we are going to have 80 doctors of local district doctors then from next year onward, because we are completing 5 years. So every year we will have 50, 70, 80 doctors, which are from the son of the soil. And this is a great thing to happen for the health system. Uh, this was the vision of our chairman, that why can't we provide the health services? So, and the medical college is independently working and self-sufficient. Now it doesn't require any support from the milk producers. So of course the initial support was there. So my invitation to people, those who want to contribute to the society and become happier and satisfied in the process, are most welcome to do work here. It provides great freedom. You see, your bosses are saying that they call you कि साहब आप ऐसा कर दो. So the employer is saying साहब आप ऐसा कर दो. I think there is no way such system where your owner of the fellow will come say, sir, you do this. I think there is no such system. So this Dr. Kurian system is a remarkable system. Dr. Kurian was I think it is an epoch-making person. I think the next generation would hardly believe that one person has made so much of contribution. And the I must remember the first generation of leadership, the Tribhuvan Das Patel, the Motibai Chaudhary, the Burabai Chaudhary, the Maganbai, the kind of people selflessly worked for the society. And today we are very fortunate that the same lineage
The leaders.
in terms of our Shankarbai Chaudhary and leadership. Can you imagine $2 billion organization can elect its board without any election, without even half of the world is waking, and once you wake up in the morning, the world is changed because the 50% of the world which was awake in the night has already done so much of it. And the change, one of the nature's wonderful thing is the change is the only permanent feature in the day. And the acceleration of change is happening is so rapidly that if you don't cope up with it, you would be left behind, if not obsolete. So what you have to do is you have to adopt new things every day. In the technological space, Elon Musk and his kind is are changing the world so fast that we do have to cope up with the new technologies. I think the earlier the technologies used to last for 10, 15, 20 years, but now it will not happen that way. So building excellence would require changing your technologies, bringing more virtual system, digital system, more intelligent system. So I think it is a continuous process which any management or any efficient, competent management need to continue to bring in new technology all the time. Two challenges, which touched by Mr. Mithe, is that bringing the right talent and bringing the right people into the organization. That's a great challenge because we are remote, we are rural, we are not like the international multinational corporate system. Uh, so bringing a new talent is one area which needs to be, it's keeping me little worried about it, not awake in the night because I have to sleep well, but it's keeping me worried about it. Second, which I already said, was that we have to make dairying attractive. It has been backyard dairying for 2, 3, 4 cows and buffaloes. Now the farm sizes are increasing. We have to see that the new talent and then educated talent, educated generation takes over the mechanized farm, large size farm, 50 cows, 100 cows, and does and scientifically, technologically driven, efficient dairying system, producing quality milk for the people. I think this challenge is going to be there for the national dairy industry. And you are right, absolutely, that this is been done. My mothers and sisters are doing this. They are making this whole effort from morning to evening and tending to the animals. And money going to their account is making a lot of a difference. The empowerment is happening. Tens and thousands of women feel very proud to be having the every 15 days or 10 days their milk remittances, the profits. One thing which I missed out, Ravind, is that we want to be a green energy dairy in the another 5 to 7 years time. And what we are planning to do is we are planning a energy park in the desert of Banaskantha, where we will have combined solar production, wind production, and green hydrogen. This is the dream of our chairman. He said, replace the hydro and thermal energy by another 10 years time completely through green hydrogen, solar energy, and wind energy.